his opponent, because Peng has been knocking those reds in. Touching ball would be handy. I was just going to say for Mark Allen, otherwise it's just a negative safety shot. So now we can try and get the cue ball down behind yellow and blue, but in the back of his mind he's always thinking cover the loose red against this player. There's a few things that happen with long good players that they can pot long as well. They put the pressure onto their opponent's safety play, and also it creates chances for them to make breaks. So I mean, long potting is a very important part of our game, very similar to the professional golfers. They say it's all about putting. Well, in this game it's a lot about long potting. A bit of luck helps along the way. They won't get that, but it's more hurtful when you're behind and the opponent gets luck against you. When you're in front, you don't like it, but it's not so painful.
We're going to have to put a lot of side on this. Well, that's
foul and a miss.
Nowhere near. Yeah, I'm sure I'll have it replaced. I think it was behind the brown, referee. Whoops!
Mark Allen then pointed to the cue ball should have been on the balk line between green and brown, and he could pot the red. He's having a bit of fun out there. This is not much fun though.
Foul. Yes. Show you playing for.
He's given 8 points away so far, and this is a difficult red to hit because he doesn't want to come the other side of the red, to the left of the red as we look at it, because he'll leave it on when it bounces off the cushion.
Just needs a bit more side.
One.
I mean, there was always the chance that he could pot it, but in the end, it was worth giving away the points because he's knocked the red in. He's now back in control of this frame, or should be.
Mark Allen one.
This is a better safety shot from Mark. But it's quite straightforward now with no red in the pocket to come off 1 or 2 cushions into the pack of reds. And he's gone off 2, but he's short of pace, and the angle wasn't great either. He'd have hit the black if he'd have gone any further.
Mark Allen 4.
You take the red on in the far corner pocket, or I don't think you can see it. Well, he may do. He's coming back and having a look. He hasn't had the ball replaced. So the pot is available. Struck that one nicely. He's another good shot here, though it doesn't look if any of the reds go. Got an angle here off 2 cushions. He looked just fractionally high on the cue ball playing that. I thought he needed, at that pace, to go a little further down the cue ball because the spin doesn't take quickly when you hit it harder. It's not happening for him at the moment. He's trying his best. You can't say he's played bad, but he's far from his best.
just a safety. Needs to find that baulk cushion.
Mark
He
Allen
hasn't
6.
done. Just makes it so much easier for your opponent. Okay, there may not be a pot on, but maybe there is.
Come on, Mark, come on.
Now, has he been fortunate?
One.
It's turned out all right, but I'm sure he played for the blue. He looked at the cushion, he seemed to come off it very quickly. But he's got the result here. He didn't seem to spring off that much. But he's got a perfect angle here to pot the black and screw down for the reds.
Eight. Nine.
Not happy with that either, and there's a clear-cut chance this is to win his first frame of this second session. It's a must-win, John, isn't it?
Yeah, Willie said, Willie Thorne, he was quite right. There's 2 more frames to be played in this mini session before the mid-session interval, and he felt he had to win at least one of them. Well, that good cannon there should see him home in this one.
17.
And that black now puts him 52 points ahead with just 51 remaining, but nicely on this red, so I would expect that Cao Yun Peng would be coming back to the table.
35.
There's one more frame before the mid-session interval, so a chance for Mark Allen to get back within 1. He'll certainly be a lot happier in the mid-session interval. You can do that, but
32.
doesn't matter about the blue. The frame was over long before that, and
the frame. Okay. Yeah.
Yu Peng concedes, so Mark Allen gets his first frame on the board this afternoon, but he still trails by 2, 7-5.
Well, you know, he's a pretty intense character, Mark Allen, but I think in that last frame, and indeed last night, we do see flashes of humour from Mark, even when the going gets tough, and I think that's quite refreshing to see, isn't it, Steve?
Yes, it is, and especially, I get a bit annoyed sometimes when people say there's no characters in snooker anymore, because if you actually bother to look, you'll find there's loads of them. Mark Allen does really show, you know, the old cliche, wears his heart on his sleeve. You know fully where you are with him, you know, and we know full well he's not he's going to speak his mind a bit. But at least he's coming out with it. I don't know, this is coming from me, the player who invented the characterless snooker player.
Yeah, right.
but I don't mind if a player hasn't got any character at the table. It's about potting the balls. But don't say there's no characters in snooker at the moment, because there are bundles, aren't there?
Lots of them. Yeah, I agree with you as well. And we mentioned the outer winner, at least one of the last two. He's done that now. And if he wins the next frame, I think he'll win the match. It's a key frame, this next frame.
Well, he might have a lot to say, and some of it has been pretty controversial already this season. We saw that at the UK Championship. He was fined £250 for that outburst at the press conference, and his comments about travelling abroad didn't go down too well in some quarters. But by the same token, I think Steve's right. He is always very honest, perhaps a little too honest occasionally.
Well, I think so. Well, Steve and I really were looking to be in the group, but we've travelled the world to try and, to spread the gospel, as it were, and... none of us ever would have said anything about any country at all. I mean, the game now, they've got the pleasure of now playing a worldwide game. And, hopefully they'll start to realise that now.
Indeed, yeah. And I think there's...